Thank you for joining us, Darren. So tell me, what have been the main developments for AMD in the channel over the last 3 months?
So I think the biggest thing has been the Fusion Partner Program. It's been launched on September 30th, and it absolutely takes the platform sale into the channel. It's the biggest thing that AMD has changed in the channel for the last 5 years. And it's based on 3 areas. You know, foundation. What's foundation? Foundation means that AMD staff, you know, sales, PR, marketing staff, they get daily, weekly visits, telephone calls with the elite and premier partners. Connection. What's connection? Connection's about listening to the voice of the customer. It's about taking the customer onto advisory councils and listening to them. It's about senior executives listening to these customers as well. That's very, very important as we move and develop, and the channel matures as well. The last one is acceleration. Acceleration is very much about looking at the customer, looking at how we can get the platform and get demand generation programs together down into the channel by working with the customer. Acceleration is all about agreeing targets, and those targets in turn then generate marketing dollars that these guys can then use down into the channel, further down into the channel to the consumer, and drive the demand for the AMD platform.
Tell us a little bit about the Peak Performance Program.
Peak Performance Program's been running for the last 3 quarters. And the customers love it, channel customers love it. It allows us to set targets on CPU and GPU, and we reward them for hitting those targets. In fact, we reward them for exceeding those targets. The acceptance from the channel has just been quite incredible. The customers are ringing us up on the first day of the quarter now saying, have we got our targets? We want to know what we're working towards. So it's been a very, very good program in terms of driving the sales down into the channel.
So what's really been the rationale behind launching the Fusion Partner Program?
It's very simple, really. It's the voice of the customer. The diversity of the markets, both in EMEA and worldwide, is, you know, listening to the customers, they wanted a platform program to drive down into the channel. We had, you know, 3, 4, 5 different programs that are running. They wanted a consolidated program, a clear program, which allows them and in turn us to drive that AMD, the platform message, and also create the demand for that platform down in the channel. So it's a lot, most of it has been led by feedback from the customers that we've taken over the last 2 or 3 quarters.
And so in turn, what has been the feedback from your partners?
So the feedback of the program itself since we launched it has been huge. You know, everyone we've spoken to, it's been very, very simple. At last, we have a very clear, concise partner program that we can drive the AMD platform down into the channel and get rewarded for driving that down there in terms of, you know, demand generation dollars from AMD to drive that demand down in the channel as well. So it's been quite incredible, the feedback, quite incredible. Very, very positive.
Great. So a lot of product announcements in the last quarter. Can you talk us through some of the highlights?
Yeah, Q3 was a quarter of executing on time for all across 3 of the products, whether it's graphics, CPU, GPU, chipset, and we've executed. We've put the dates out, we've hit them, we've hit ahead of time. If you take the CPU world, you know, we launched the 965 Phenom 2 quad-core Black Edition back in July. It's the fastest quad-core AMD has released. And you heard me say it's Black Edition, it's unlocked. It allows the consumer and the end user to overclock it. We then also launched the Athlon 2 quad cores as well, in at around about $100, and it takes a fantastic experience into the mainstream computing. Put that alongside the 785G motherboard that we launched as well. The mainstream really has now got 2 products there from AMD that if you're running in the new Windows 7 on, it'll give you a truly great experience in there. If you go into the graphics world, the graphics world in the last month or so has changed. You know, AMD has changed the game. We've delivered the first DX11 part in the world into the market, 5850 and 5870. The demand and the uptake on those products has been quite incredible. Within those products, you've got multiple technologies. You've got Eyefinity, which means you can connect multi-monitors to the graphics card. That allows the ultimate gamer an ultimate experience. You know, whether you've got other people using different applications within, multi-monitor requirements. You know, a guy at home who's stockbroking, for example, he wants to see 3, 4, 5, 6 different screens at once. Stream computing. You know, for Windows 7, it's unbelievable. Gives the ultimate experience now for Windows 7. So all in all, the product launches in Q3 have been quite incredible, and as I said, we've executed on time.
So what other investments would you say AMD really made in the channel in the past quarter?
Yeah, I think the biggest investment, it's a continual investment. It's listening to the customer. It's taking advice from the customer. As you've heard me say, we launched the Fusion Partner Program. A lot of that has been led by the customer. You know, we've launched we have got the PPP program running in the channel as well. So the true thing for AMD is those two programs, but most importantly, we've executed. We've given the channel the products at price points where they can really, truly go and deliver an AMD platform.
So what does the future hold for AMD?
Wow, yeah, I mean, you've heard me talk about DX11. You've heard me talk about the Athlon 2 quad cores. We've got the Athlon 2 triple cores coming. You know, that's going to give you a triple core experience, you know, substantial price performance leadership. We'll continue to invest in the channel, continue to invest with the customers, continue to listen to the customers. You know, we're looking at the future, you know, the Fusion Partner Program. We'll be adding components to it, whether it's a customer loyalty, whether it's a web portal. You know, so there'll be many, many more things that we add to the programs that we launched in Q3 and expand as we go into Q4 in 2010.